Let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Fadil Alfan and my student number is 2020211005. I am a student at STB Alia Yogyakarta and I'm majoring in English at D3 level. First of all, on this occasion, let me tell you about one of the national heroes. We, as a young generation, must not forget history. Well, in this video, I want to tell you about the life journey of a hero who died and became one of the heroes of the revolution. Pierre Andreas Tendean was born on February 21st, 1939 and died on October 1st, 1965. He was a victim of September 30th movement G30S and he is a national hero of Indonesia. Pierre Tendean is of Minahasa and French descent. His mother is Maria Elizabeth Cornet, who is of French-Dutch blood. Meanwhile, his father, Aurelius Lambert Tendean, of Minahasa blood, North Sulawesi. He is a doctor at Pierre Tendean Hospital. He has served in several hospitals in Jakarta, Tasikmalaya, Cisarua, Magelang, and Semarang. Tendean is the second of 3 children of his parents. He has an older sister, Mitzi Fare Tendean, and a younger sister, Rose Widiati. He received his basic education at People's Schools, Boton, Magelang in 1945. Then he continued his education at Junior High School 1, Semarang in 1952. After graduating from Junior High School, he entered Part B Senior High School Semarang, majoring in exact sciences in 1955. His wish after graduating from elementary school was to enter the National Military Academy. However, his parents wanted him to become a doctor like his father or an engineer. The compromise was for Pierre Tendean to attend the Army Engineering Academy in Bandung, where he started in 1958. His military career was quite good. He graduated from the military academy in 1961 with the rank of second lieutenant. Later, he became platoon commander of the 2nd Combat Engineer Battalion of Kodam II, Bukit Barisan in Medan. He also attended an intelligence school in Bogor 1 year later. After graduating from intelligence school, he was assigned to the Army Intelligence Center Service to spy on Malaysia in connection with the confrontation between Indonesia and Malaysia. Pierre Tendean was in charge of leading a group of volunteers in several areas to infiltrate Malaysia. As the only son in the family, Pierre's mother, Maria Elizabeth Cornet, feared that her son's life would be lost in the duty. Maria asked General Abdul Haris Nasution that his son be withdrawn from the front lines. The request was granted. Pierre was transferred to Jakarta. On April 15, 1965, he was promoted to first lieutenant and later assigned as General Abdul Haris Nasution's personal aide. Pierre Tendean replaces Captain Adolf Gustav Manulang, the previous aide Abdul Haris Nasution, who died on a peace mission in Congo, Africa, 1963. A Javanese girl who lived in Medan, Nurinda Rukmini Chamim, is able to captivate Pierre's heart. Mimin, that's her nickname. According to Abby Bestman in the book Sang Patriot, the story of a revolutionary hero 2019, Pierre knew her when he and some of his colleagues visited her house. At the first introduction, Pierre fell in love with Rukmini. Pierre and Rukmini are 8 years apart. When they meet, Rukmini was still in high school, 16 years old, while Pierre was 24 years old. Rukmini is the eldest child of Raden Chamim Rijo Siswo Pranoto, a well-known businessman in North Sumatra. Her extended family is a part of Barisan Muhammadiyah in Medan and Yogyakarta. This family is known as a devout Muslim. When Pierre misses the atmosphere of his hometown in Semarang or when he misses his mother's Javanese cuisine, that longing is slightly curbed by the presence of Rukmini and her family. While in Medan, Pierre often wrote letters to his family in Semarang. In one of his letters to his sister, Mitzi Pierre Tendean, he claimed to have met his soulmate. Mitzi then advised Pierre, if people want to settle down, the most important thing is the blessing of their parents. Early morning of October 1st, 1965, troops loyal to the September 30th movement, G30S, called Cakrabirawa troops came to Nasution's house with the intention of kidnapping the general. Shots were fired, waking Tendean, who was staying at the general's housing complex. He is captured by the troops and mistaken for Nasution in the dark villa.
Kalian tunggu saja di sini. Jangan bergerak. Letakkan senjata. Mana Nasution?
Nasution managed to save himself by jumping over the wall to his neighbor's yard. However, his youngest daughter, Ade Irma Suryani, was killed by 5 shots from 2nd Corporal Hardiono. At that time, Pierre claimed to be Nasution's personal aide. Because the kidnappers didn't hear the word personal aide, he was considered as Nasution. Then he was arrested and taken by the troops using a car to an area in East Jakarta named Lubang Buaya. Apart from Pierre, the kidnappers also brought 3 surviving officers, namely Lieutenant General Siswondo Parman, Major General Sutoyo Siswamiharjo, and Lieutenant General Raden Suprapto, as well as 3 dead officers, namely General Ahmad Yani, Major General Donald Ishak Panjaitan, and Lieutenant General Mas Tirto Darmo Haryono. They were taken to Lubang Buaya. Before being thrown into a well, they were tortured first. After being tortured, they were shot dead. The bodies of the generals and one of the first officer were dumped into an oval in Lubang Buaya area. Lubang Buaya area is a part of Halim Perdana Kusuma area. All the bodies of the victims were found only 3 days later under the command of Major General Suharto.
Angkatan Udara tidak terlibat di dalam persoalan ini, mungkin ada benarnya. Tapi tidak mungkin tidak ada hubungan dengan peristiwa ini.
Pierre's plan to marry also foundered. Sadly, Chamim family's intention to marry Pierre and Rukmini was only discovered by the extended family after Pierre died. Rukmini attended the celebration of Pancasila Sanctity Day in 1967 at Lubang Buaya. In 1972, Mimin married a bank employee, then she had 3 children. On October 1st, 1965, President Sukarno appointed Pierre Tendean as a national hero for his dedication and sacrifice to the nation. He was posthumously promoted to captain and buried in Kalibata Heroes Cemetery. Pierre Tendean was 26 years old at the time of his murder. Pierre is a brave figure. He has principles and commitment to struggle that should be followed by all children of the nation. Pierre, who lived during the revolution, had strong belief in saving the country by claiming to be General Nasution, who at that time was being hunted by PKI gangs. Pierre said the courage of the figure, he said, because there is a spirit of defending the homeland which should be inflamed by all young generations in Indonesia. He was willing to sacrifice his life to save the life of his general Abdul Haris Nasution. That is one characteristic of someone who deserves to be called a real hero. Heroes have a spirit of love for the homeland. The spirit of nationalism is a spirit that unites all the children of the nation, which should not be extinguished even though it begins to fade and lose enthusiasm. Goodbye, Captain. We will always remember you as a national hero who was willing to sacrifice for the integrity of this country.